hate the idea that I think people look at me and think, oh, look how she's let herself go, look at the state of her. They eat for comfort. Everything I turn to is food. For everything, whether I'm happy, sad, anything, I turn to food. And it's just a nasty, vicious cycle, really.
Before filming began, we asked the family to fill in food diaries for 5 days. Natalie's food diary shows that she eats 3 square meals a day and snacks regularly on chocolate and crisps. Is this an accurate picture of her complete eating habits? Let's see what our surveillance unearthed.
Right, we need to move position.
Our PI Cameron followed Natalie to work, where a colleague filled him in on what she'd eaten that morning.
She brought in a big tub of biscuits for everyone, which she had 3 of when she first got in.
Ah, right, okay.
And she had a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
And then she had a bowl of Chinese leftovers that she brought in.
Right, okay, so she's had 3 biscuits, a packet of crisps and a bowl of Chinese. Cheers, bye-bye. Right, that's her.
When Natalie leaves work, Cameron is hot on her heels and she heads straight for a drive-through.
Oh, no! He's got in front of us.
Now it's up to Cameron to deduce what Natalie ordered, but will the confused staff get it right?
Good afternoon, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please?
Yeah, I want the same thing as the woman, not in the car in front, the one before.
Sorry?
You know the woman that ordered something, not the last order, but the one before. I want the same.
Right, let's see what we can figure that one out, which one it is.
Yeah, exactly the same as her. That's what I want.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Oh, even better.
Mission accomplished. Now Cameron can see exactly what Nat is about to eat on top of her morning biscuits, a packet of crisps, and a bowl of leftover Chinese with fried rice, chicken curry, and king prawns.
So what we've got here is a large Coke. We've got large fries. We've got a large chicken sandwich, 2 double cheeseburgers, onion rings, and these are all the sauces to go with that. So this is exactly the same as what she ordered.
This whole meal comes in at a massive 2,520 calories. Natalie's home alone with just a takeaway for company. After finishing her fast food meal, she tries to hide the evidence from boyfriend Andrew. But Cameron has her rumbled.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're so sly. I can't believe that.
When you nipped to McDonald's and had that double chicken burger and the onion rings and all those sauces, we've got the sauces here. And in just these 2 bags, Natalie, there's 280 calories.
No.
Just in sauces alone. So forget the meal you're scoffing, just in sauces alone.
I have that all the time.
300 calories just in that. Is it fair to say that you quite like to enjoy yourself and treat yourself at the weekends as well? So let's just have a look at this.
This better not be Saturday night. No, let's not watch this. Oh, God.
Like 92% of dieters, Saturday is Natalie's day off watching what she eats. It's 10 a.m. and the first bit of evidence is in, courtesy of Natalie's boyfriend, Andrew.
Excellent. 2 sausages wrapped in bacon and filled with cheese.
Later in the day, we catch her clocking up 2 Whisper bars and a coffee. And then she's off out for another cup of coffee and a slice of chocolate and banana cake. It's 4:30, and our PI has tracked Natalie down to a fried chicken joint, where she's got a takeaway for herself and Andrew.
Right, I've got exactly the same order.
Natalie's half of the takeaway consisted of a large portion of fries, beans, fried mini breast fillets, a chicken burger with a hash brown and lots of sachets of sauces. Up to this point, Natalie has consumed around 3,500 calories. That's already 1.5 times a woman's recommended daily allowance. An evening of alcohol follows, adding another 1,600 calories. and Natalie ends her night with a fried chicken wrap and chips covered in sauce and a large bar of chocolate for dessert.
But we've worked out that on Saturday alone, this Saturday just gone, you ate... I can't believe this. do you want to guess how many calories?
4,000.
Nearly 7,000 calories.
Just
in
on
one
Saturday?
day, which is enough for over 3 women in one day.
It's quite scary realising how much I've had, that I've had 3 women's worth of calories in one day. Oh, I've got no idea how much I was eating. I don't think I really realised just how much I was sort of packing away, really. But seeing that on film and seeing myself on film, oh, it's horrendous.
Any thoughts so far?
Just looking at myself on there, thinking...
Yeah? It's not nice because when you...
It's awful. I just think I look quite happy as well, and I wanted that. I wanted to see myself, but I didn't think I looked that bad. I just look at us all there and think we're as bad as each other, aren't we?
Don't get upset.
I just find it really hard.
Today's the start of a new...
Don't worry, I'm not going to do it.
A new diet.
I don't want to look like that.
I know how upsetting it can be and how frightening it can be. But I promise you, all of you, you've got expert help here. We want to help you. We want you to be the people you want to be.
It just upset me seeing myself like that on film. It's almost like I didn't recognise the person I was watching. I didn't realise that's how I look. So I'm definitely ready. Bring on the apples.
Natalie is a classic emotional eater. She uses food to enhance positive emotions, such as celebrating the start of the weekend, and to combat negative feelings like stress, loneliness, and boredom. If you're an emotional eater, remember cravings only last about 20 minutes, so distract yourself until the urge to eat passes. Also, identify your triggers. Whether it's a hard day at the office or your football team's just lost a match, make a conscious effort to avoid comfort food completely. Try going for a walk or keeping your hands and mouth busy by phoning a friend for a chat. Natalie's food diary said she was averaging an intake of 3,230 calories a day, but her filmed daily average was over 4,500. Now faced with her secret eating, will she finally be able to change her habits? Natalie will start a 10-week healthy eating plan. She'll be aiming to bring her calories down to 1,800 a day, binning the takeaways and curbing her weekend blowouts. Across this series, we've been giving you some handy hints on how we can all eat less, if we make some small changes to our behaviour. And this week, we're off to the supermarket.
Now, I have to confess, most of the time when I'm in a supermarket, I'm in full control. But then, I'll confess, there are certain times when I just seem to have a meltdown, where I suddenly find myself reaching for the bad boys. High fat, high sugar, high salt snacks that I have just got to have. And the thing is, I don't really know why I do it.
Chartered psychologist Dr. David Lewis thinks he might have some answers.
Why are we here today, then? What are you going to say to me?
Well, we're going to be looking at how people shop in a supermarket, and what I'm interested in is the kind of food choices we make and how these food choices can actually lead to us overeating.
Right, OK.
And the key thing here is whether you're shopping when you're hungry.
I've heard this before, that if you go shopping when you're hungry, you buy more, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of thought it was a bit of a myth.
Not at all.
It's scientifically proven.
Absolutely, and what's more, you'll actually go when you're shopping when you're hungry, you'll go for things which are high in fat and high in sugar, because they'll give you that quick energy buzz, you know, that hit.
Well, it all sounds absolutely plausible in theory, and I can attest to being hungry and, you know, buying bad foods, but we need to test it.
We do.
This is going to be an interesting one,
Yes.
I think.
We'll have to see what happens.
So that's the theory. Now we're going to put it to the test. We've asked 16 volunteers to take part in an experiment. they've been split into 2 groups of 8. For the morning, we're keeping each group in separate rooms. They think they're here to take part in an experiment which tests their behaviour whilst performing a series of tasks. But they're not. Group 1 has access to healthy snacks to munch on throughout the morning to keep them going. But the second group hasn't. All they've got is water. And after 3 hours without food, they should be feeling pretty hungry. And this is where the real experiment begins. We've given each of our volunteers a tenner, and now they're about to be let loose in the supermarket to buy their lunches. Dr. David will be recording exactly what's going into each of our volunteers' baskets. He'll then be able to calculate how many calories and how much fat each of our 2 groups has gone for.
Oh, some donuts and some toffees.
Yeah. Because all I need is sugar. I'm not really hungry, but I just want my energy level.
Why do you need sugar? Have you not eaten anything today?
No.
So you're hungry?
Yes.
If Dr. David's theory is correct, then our hungrier group should put more food with more calories and more fat into their baskets. Later, we'll be back to find out how our groups got on.